Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks, and this is the setup video for the Unihertz Titan Slim. If you haven't already, you can catch up on our unboxing of this device on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. And as time goes by, we'll be doing a series of videos on the Unihertz Titan Slim. So thanks to Unihertz for sending us this review device. Let's get started. So we've taken the device out of the box, we've taken the stickers off. The first thing we need to do is find the SIM tray. Now, interestingly, the Unihertz Titan Slim comes with a dual nano SIM support, which has two separate trays. So I'm going to open up the first one, and it's just a standard single nano SIM tray. I'm going to put my SIM in here and pop that tray back in. Have I got it right? Maybe not. Right, I may have slipped the SIM card out. Let's put it back in. Okay, let's see if we can get that SIM card into the tray. It's just quite tight for this SIM card. It is a nano SIM, and it is relatively tight to other devices we've had. Let me see if I've done anything wrong here. It's actually the other way around, so that's it. That's why it wouldn't go in. I had the SIM card the wrong way around. In this case, I am going to be using a Lebara SIM. Right, SIM card in. Now I just need to long press the button here. Now, a key thing about the Unihertz Titan Slim is that it does not have a micro SD slot, so you can't expand the storage. But the review device we were sent has a very generous 256 gigabyte storage built in. And as the screen turns on and it goes through its first boot, you can actually have a look at that 4.2 inch diagonal display, which in this case has 768 pixels by 1280 in height. And underneath the keyboard, you have underneath that screen, you have a physical keyboard, very BlackBerry-like. So let's start the setup. So first things first, it says connect to Wi-Fi. The first thing I have to say is the Unihertz Titan Slim does look a little bit chonky, and it is. It's deliberately so. That's part of the design. Makes it easier to hold, though without a case on, it is quite slippy. Okay, so it's searching for Wi-Fi networks. Let's see what's happening. Oh, there we are, my home network. I'm going to just type in my password. Okay then, so that is us connected to the Wi-Fi network. First impressions of typing is I've lost that memory of physical QWERTY keyboard typing. The last time I did this was around about 5 years ago with the BlackBerry Key 1, which was a device I really liked. This is a different keyboard layout, it has different features, but it is something that I'll need to get used to again. And as part of the setup, we're offered to copy apps and data. I'm not going to copy that. We'll set this up as a brand new device and go through that setup experience together. Now, noticeably, the keyboard doesn't seem to be backlit. That's probably not a bad thing if you're in a well-lit environment, but especially at night, that was a key feature on the BlackBerry Key 1. It's difficult to pick this up and not make some comparisons. Right, I'm going to just type in my password here. Okay then, so that's my password done. Next we agree to the usual Google Terms of Service. And whilst we're at it, no, you can't pull down your quick notifications to adjust screen brightness or anything. It's just getting all my Google account info. I trust Google implicitly. They're a good company in my view, and they handle my data well. Also, they provide us with a base operating system for devices such as the Unihertz Titan Slim. But as we're here on the screen, this is a ballot screen. which is normal in the EU and similar countries. Essentially, you need to select the default search engine on your device. And in this case, I'm going to go with Google. Once that, we need to set a screen lock. I'll do this now. Okay then, now it's suggesting that we set up finger unlock. So this is interesting feature for the device. Let's set that up. So the sensor for the fingerprint unlock is in the space bar at the top of the screen, or the action bar. So just as with any other Android phone, you tap your finger on that action button, and that's it. I've set up my fingerprint. Now, I'm all okay with accessing the assistant with the Hey G word. Now, my voice has already been imprinted, so I shouldn't need to use that again to set things up. But if you haven't done this frequently, you probably need to give your voice print by saying the Hey G word 3 times. Now, in this case, it's suggesting I set up my Monzo card in Google Pay. I will do this at a later point because at the moment I don't think that's necessary. We'll skip this bit of the process. I think we're fine at the moment in terms of setup. And here we are, we're into the Unihertz Titan Slim. Now, apps are downloading in the background. There's a few apps pre-installed, as you'd expect. Let's see what's here. My apps and games. So there's 21 updates going. They're all the Google apps. And that's pretty much it. There's not much else pre-installed. So good to see a not, in this case, a not bloated device. And in terms of navigation, it's very similar. The launcher and the experience is very similar to the Pixel experience. So you can see that I can multitask by long pulling up. If I then pull up my app drawer, everything seems to be there. It's obviously not the Google launcher. This is the Unihertz launcher. It has some differences. It's in terms of coloring and theming, but the basic functionality is the same. So you can see it suggests we pull things up and down. Now, notification shade, you can see that you have quick settings at the top here. This is all pretty standard on the Android operating system. It's suggesting we finish the setup. Essentially, we go through this. And it's very similar to what we just saw. I don't want to copy apps and data. It already has my account information. The assistant's ready to go. No thanks, so we're done. Hopefully we don't get that notification again. Meanwhile, in the background, we've got the Google Play set up. My usual notifications coming through. Looks as if Sampdoria were beaten by Monza, and that Man City were beat Manchester United 6-3 today. That's quite a big score difference. So there we go. First notification came in. Let's go and see what the browsing experience is like on the Unihertz Titan Slim. So I want to go to the BBC website. You need to tap first. There we go. Let's have a look at the weather on the BBC website. UK flood warnings have been issued. There we go. Let's have a look for the weather in West Calder. So great, it seems to work. The keyboard is something I still need to get used to, but I think it's got that clickiness that I quite like. Okay, so here we go. Using the device is pretty straightforward. That fingerprint scanner, it's fast, it's responsive. It does give you a little bit of a haptic feedback, But if you long press it, well, you get the Google Assistant. If you tap it, it takes you home. So say we're in in this case, the Google Chrome browser, tap that and it takes you home. So it's like a home button on the device. You also have a dedicated physical button for your multitasking. So rather than using a gesture, you've got that. And you've got a back button. So physical back button, and I can actually now see it. There is backlighting to the keyboard, which is good to see. So let's check in on those updates. Tap on my icon, manage apps and device. There's 11 app updates in progress at the moment, so we'll let that continue unless one of them seems to have stalled. So we'll just cancel and restart. This is quite normal in my experience in setting up Android phones. It's probably because the Play Store itself needs to be updated. And whilst we're here and there's no other major things to be done, let's scroll down and find out about this device. So, system update. We'll check for updates. Bearing in mind this isn't the newest devices, it's been out since earlier this year. I would expect there to be some sort of software update at this point. Let's see. Interestingly, with Unihertz, there's multiple ways of getting operating system updates. This is the easiest one. So there's a security patch to August 2022. So that's essentially just over a month old at this point. And it's 104 megabytes, so not a super large one. In terms of other details here, the operating system itself is Android 11, as far as I'm aware. Yes, it is Android 11, patched to September 2021, but as we saw, as it comes out of the box, there's already an update available to take it to August 2022. And the Google Play system update is currently at the 1st of June 2021, but with this latest restart of the app, I think we've brought it up to date. So let's see the details of the 7 apps needing updated. We're going well. Yeah, Android Auto is one of them. And we have the system update happening in the background. So all seems to be good. I really want to have a look at what's running on this device. According to the official spec sheet, the Unihertz Titan Slim is running on a MediaTek chipset. And I'm really very happy with that. MediaTek offer good value for money chipsets, which are often quite power efficient, especially in day-to-day use. So let's see what we have with CPU-Z. There we go. Let's install that app. So on the screen, you have gesture navigation, but if you want the back and multitasking buttons, you have them there as a physical option. So we'll just wait till the other apps finish installing, and then we'll use CPU-Z to check out what that brings. So on paper, as I said, it's a MediaTek chipset. It's an octa-core chipset branded as the Helio P70, which, if it's anything like other MediaTek chipsets we've seen in that P series, is very good value for money. So just wait till Google finishes installing, and hopefully CPU-Z is next. So you can see that CPU-Z is now pending. Whilst we're at it, we'll find some other apps to install. Obviously, I will be tweeting using this. Twitter. Let's install that before it gets ruined by Elon Musk. Telegram, my favorite messaging app. Instagram, so that I can post pictures of my cats. Yes, we do love Amazon. Google Wallet, definitely. What else do we have here? TikTok? Hell yes, I'm down with the young ones. What else is there? Lots of different apps available. Nothing seems to be missing here. Let's actually see if Netflix is here. Sometimes things like Netflix seem to not be picked up by the more exotic devices. And yes, it is installable, so it should work on this. We'll wait to install the actual OS update. First, I want to have a look at CPU-Z on the device. Still, it's taking its time. Hopefully CPU-Z is next. Google Calendar. Android System Web View. Very important to keep that updated for security reasons. Oh, can't understand that. Can't update that. It probably needs an operating system update before we update the web view separately. But that should be CPU-Z installed. We'll find out in a moment. Here it is. So yes, it is a MediaTek Helio P70, as we see here. It's an octa-core chipset, and if we look at the device itself, it is the Titan Slim by Unihertz. It gives you the screen size. It's a 4.19 inch or 4.2 inch display with 768 by 1280 pixels. It is 6 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, which is quite impressive for a device in this price range. So good to see that. I will be spending some time getting used to this, and lovely device. I will also be posting a series of how-to videos on things that I find mildly annoying as I go through life using it, as well as a few pure specs walkthroughs and some key features walkthroughs before our long-term review. So if you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, and pretty much anything else we think makes the travel experience better. Not just because they're shiny like the Unihertz Titan Slim. And I really like this sort of faux glass back with its refraction. It is something that really reminds me of the back of the Honor 30 Pro that we saw in Shenzhen 2-3 years ago at this point. So really nice design, and the fact that it comes with a case in the box. This is really quite a good device in my view. Anyway, I'll wrap this video up for now. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and speak to you soon.